Good morning. Sorry about my finger. Okay, there, it went away. Just woke up, and I don't really think you need to see my ugly face. So how about if we just look outside? Whoops, not that much outside. Sorry, I don't like moving that lamp, but I might have to because I don't like looking at the lamp. Well, not in the video anyway. So I just got up a few minutes ago, in case you can't tell, and Spirit had me wake up with a message to give. And and as you know, I'm always multitasking, so don't think I'm being rude by typing. You know, I just wanted to share my new journey. I'll call it that. Tasha's new journey. How's that? Because a lot of us think that life is one way, or it's going to be one way. And it just doesn't. I find it really fascinating, that as you get older, we really do get what we say. I said my whole life, I want to retire at 55. I want to live in a cute little double-wide mobile home with just a little bit of yard. So, so it's not too much, to take care of as I get older. Okay, I was sick of looking at that palm tree. Hang on. Sorry. Trying to shrink my screen and it doesn't want to shrink now. Can we get the tree? Well, if we get the tree, then here, how's that? Or you could just look at my feathers. Anyway, so, and other little things like that, I've always said when I get older, after I'm 50, I want life to slow down so that I can enjoy every single moment more. Back then, of course, I didn't know anything at all about disability. I didn't know that I was going to constantly have changes in my body every single day. I didn't know any of that. You don't think about that stuff when you're younger, Pretty much the only thing I thought about was writing, writing, writing. I've written 4 books. They're not bestsellers, but I don't need them to be a bestseller. I don't need to make $1 million off my writing. I need to be heard and understood, and, perhaps those, I don't know, few thousand people that bought my books can love themselves more and get ready for my next spiritual book, So, in getting older every year, every day, one of my play sons just asked me, how did you rest? And I said, now I rest pretty good. I rest pretty good. And yet, it's the issue of once you wake up and your eyes are open, and then I move my feet. They're moving. I move my, foot, back and forth to see if it's swollen today. Okay, the left one was a little bit swollen. That's okay. I'll put it up. Excuse me. And the right one is doing good. Okay, so then you just move up the body. And that's pretty much how I assume a lot of older people's mornings start. And then, as soon as you step your feet on the ground, it's like, okay, well, that foot is good. That foot, well, there's that tennis ball still in the middle of the right foot. And, oh, wow, it's just amazing to look back at life and think, you just never think life is going to be like this. Okay, let me drink some water and let me burn my candle. Sorry, I forgot to light a candle. We just assume as little ones growing up that it's going to get easier and easier. It doesn't. It does not get easier and easier. Now, don't get me wrong. I suppose if you're, I don't know, a millionaire or something, it might, because then you don't have all those little mundane tasks to think about that other people do, like dishes and cooking and, I don't know, normal things, maybe, if you have a maid. And yet, I know that life isn't easy. It's not meant to be easy. Stop thinking you're supposed to win the lottery and just live happily ever after. Oops. That's not reality. That's not even any kind of spiritualism, really. Because when you really get down to it, it is about doing what you're supposed to be doing, whether you like it or not. And then doing it knowing that it is just your spirit homework. You're supposed to be doing these things. You're supposed to have ups and downs and this and that and twists and turns, because without all of that, how would you learn? How would you know this is supposed to be different than this? How would you get any different ideas of how this can be done or that can be done if we didn't have, bug bites or scrapes or bruises or freckles or bumps, pimples, or not bumps, pimples, or. How would we know better if we didn't have something else? How would we know that? So I am very fortunate. Oh, what is his name? How would we know anything different than anything else? Because really, when you really think about it, yeah, go get some water. This is going to be long. When you really think about it, we pretty much all have the same life. I mean, there's only one race. Will you people stop saying different races? There's only one race. You mean there's different nationalities. Okay? So there's different nationalities. There's men, there's women. There's heterosexual, there's gay. Blah, 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 so forth and so on. You know what I mean. I'm not going to spell it all out. And yet we all pretty much really have the same life. I need to be heard. I desire to be loved. I desire to give love. Excuse me. I desire to know what it's like to be liked as a mate. I desire to know what it's like to be loved as a sister, a mother, a teacher, a student, a granddaughter, an auntie from your grandmother's womb or your mother's womb. They're just people, okay? You make them your this or that. Because I don't consider necessarily the same people that came from my mother's womb are not my sisters and brothers. They're just people that came from my mother's womb. So, and I say that because, Spirit tells me quite often that, just because I chose to have you come out of the same womb that my mother did, and physically they call you my brother, But spiritually, you're just another teacher. We're all teachers for each other. You are no greater than anybody else. My husband and or mate or wife is no greater than anyone else. Certainly not more greater than myself. It is just a perception that we have in this physical life that says, oh, you're my husband, I'm supposed to treat you differently. And this is true. This is true. Because I love my husband and or wife. That I should treat you differently. And yes, there is certain categories of love. Because we don't just go around telling everybody our deep, dark secrets, do we? But yet everybody has deep, dark secrets. We all want to be admired and adored and cherished and whatever other word you could think of like that. Because one reason or another, I don't know. And yet as we get older and older and older, we realize that that is not the most important thing in the world. The most important thing in the world to most of us that do not have the desire to go around changing people, we'll stick a pin in that, is just giving back to the universe, spirit, religion, whatever you want to call it. You can call it whatever you want. I'd choose to say the universe because there's everything in the universe. There's trees, lakes, rivers, people, animals, everything. Okay, so I don't mean just giving back to people. Before I take a leaf from a tree, I ask permission. So that's another thing, we all have in common is, sorry, I don't know who that is. Go away, thanks. Excuse me. Um, we just expect people to want to love us. I'm so good. Just love me because I'm such a good person. Well, maybe you're not good to that person. And maybe that's why they don't put you up on a shelf like you think you're supposed to be. As you get older, we assume that you younger ones are going to help take care of us, and you don't. So you're going to get older and not like it when you can't just get up and walk to the store, maybe. Because let's face it, even Cher and Tina Turner have, physical issues. No one is greater than anyone else. Just because we see them through movie star eyes, or just because you assume my life is always perfect because you always see me smiling, that's just my makeup, to smile, to give back first, to give you something first. That's just in me to do that. And the only thing I know that we can always give is a word of praise or a smile. We all assume that that's not true. That's far from the truth. And why is it so many children grow up hating their parents? Well, you didn't, let me go to Disneyland. You didn't buy me that car. You didn't help me get that house. You didn't know, no, and no. See, we're all the same, yet so far apart. It's not you every single thing. It's their place to teach you how to be a decent human being human. That's it. And if they did that, then you use your own discernment, and then you have your whatever spiritual laws you believe in to help you know right from wrong. Okay? Even though we feel I could do whatever the hell I want. Oh no, you can't, honey. Even the spiritual life has its own laws. And I didn't write any spiritual laws, but to me the first spiritual law is to be humble, to come to anyone and just bow down and do the right thing. In spirit, there's no such thing as shame. In spirit, there's no such thing as losing face and, you know, being unhuman doesn't mean that you don't have a heart. Having only spirit and thinking and being in spirit is you do what spirit would do first. You know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, you know that if you say, I don't know, fuck you, bitch, somebody's going to be offended. So why would you say that? And then you say, yeah, Tasha, but that was my sister. She knew I was joking. Yeah, but the other people, perhaps that lady standing behind her that you didn't see, that you were about to ask $5 to borrow $5 from, she doesn't know that that's your sister. She thinks you just go around calling everybody a bitch, a hoe, a this, a that. And yes, that's true. She should not assume. Yeah, I'm shouldn't on you this time. We should not assume anything ever. And yet we do because we are human. And quite often, the older we get, the more we assume. So as I get older, I try not to do that. So that's why I tend to ask a lot of questions. Okay, so that's another topic for thinking about. We girls, for heterosexual people, we girls always ask a lot of questions. We want to know, I'm the one, I'm special to you, I'm this, I'm that, me, which is good. Yet we are not taught to do that for ourselves and not seek it in a man. And men, women, you know? You have to have it already in order to get it. Moving on. So as I started this video with, I have said mostly all my life, I want this, and this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be this, and this. And that is what I'm turning into. I am turning into a patient, wonderful, kind, fat, P-H-A-T, old lady that just loves everything and wants to give love to everything. Just come on in. You don't need to knock. Come on in. Sit down. Are you hungry? Well, let me get you, let me make you a salad, and then we'll have some chocolate chip cookies. And then. And yet you could be doing this for others, but yet you don't. Why is that? I'll wait. Why is that? How is it that you're supposed to be doing the right thing, and yet well, my man's ex is trying to get him back. Well, if he wants to go, let him go. Why are you hanging on to something that doesn't want you? That means you're not getting any of your spiritual lessons accomplished. When you don't get your spiritual lessons accomplished and do what you're supposed to do this lifetime, then you quite possibly have all that to do again this lifetime and perhaps next lifetime. It's all about choice. It's all about choice, okay? So back to the boyfriend-girlfriend thing. We women have this controlling thing. Well, after I get him, I'm going to change him. Why are we always changing people? Why do we want to change people? If you're the type of woman that attracts a man that likes hunting, well, you better goddamn well know you're going to have a deer head someplace up in the house. So if you don't have a country environment setting, what are you going to do, fight? And then he says, but honey, I want it mounted on the wall. I killed it and I fed our family with that. And she's like, that thing is ugly. Take it down. I'm not here to change you that much. Okay, little teeny bit maybe, like, hold me more. That. But I can't even really ask that. Dear Juan, no. We have to accept a person. And we always say, oh, I want unconditional love. Well, why? You're not giving unconditional love. You want him to, come home early on Friday night, not hang out with the boys. And you want her to not wear those short skirts like when you first met her. Why? Why? I'm not here to change anyone. However, if I disapprove of your behavior, I don't have much reason to talk to you. Now, do I? I just don't approve of your behavior. And my thing, my usual line about that is, okay, lines. I don't want somebody's kid coming up to me, going to their parents, and say, "Hey, Mom, I thought you said Tasha was a good person." And they'll say, "Well, I know Tasha to be a good and fair and decent person. Why do you say that, little Bobby?" Well, Mom, because somebody put on there something that they wish all white people were dead, and I saw it on her, Facebook feed, and da 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 da. And then the mother would have to explain, well, that's, somebody probably that she doesn't even know that put that there. We can't, judge Tasha for that. And I say it like that because, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even want your kid thinking that. I don't associate with people like that. Because if you really want to put all that stupid energy, I won't say negative energy, I'll say stupid energy out there, then you have to know at some point what you're going to get back. We only get the vibration of what we are. And that I have great and glorious men and women in my life that treat me like a freaking queen. If you don't know what that is, sit down, get your water, let me tell you. I've had several relationships, obviously. I've been married twice. My shortest relationship was 5 years. I think that's pretty good. I had a great understanding from the beginning with each and every one. Yes, I'm serious. Like I wrote it on a piece of paper. Even before I got married, the second time. Even before I got married, we wrote what we wanted and we put it up on the wall so we could remind ourselves every single day. Things like I'm not going to be a nag. I don't want to nag a man to do anything. I'm not here to change you, and you're definitely not here to change me. We're here to accentuate each other, not change. Example, I want a man that's smart with, math and politics and things like that so that I can learn that and be good at that, you know? And perhaps, I don't know, I'm really good at spiritualism, so maybe he wants to learn that. And he just happens to like that black chicks. I have never had the desire. Okay, after 40. Okay, 35. To really want to change people because I saw my sisters ruin a lot of really great men and relationships that way. So I have some really good teachers on how not to be. And I'm really, really, really thankful for that. So now I look at other people's lives and I'm just happy for the one I choose to have and do and be and learn from. Seriously. Because if you get up every morning and you want coffee, who am I to say don't drink coffee? I'm not no one. And even as a mate to mate, you say, well, I know him like a book. No, you don't. My grandparents were married for like 75, 78 years. And the best thing about Granny was she would always say, there's still things I don't know about him. I mean, there's still things I'm learning about him. We're all still learning. Why do we assume that now that, oh, I'm 22, I'm grown, I can do whatever the heck I want? No, you can't. Even if you live at home with mom and dad, if you don't live at home with mom and dad, the earth still has rules, spirit still has rules. If you do not abide by the rules, life might not be as pleasant as you think it should be. Okay? So getting back to aging, that's why I'd always say, enjoy your childhood. Enjoy your childhood. I ain't no child. I'm 25. Yeah, you're still a kid. You're living at home. Mom and dad is still paying most of your bills. You're still a kid. Yeah, so stop saying that. That's an illusion. Now, if you're one of those that are 19 and you work at make a car note, your own car insurance, your apartment, water, gas, light, and buy your own food, you're grown. Just because you had a baby by somebody and you're trying to raise it as best you can, don't make you grown. That makes you a person with a baby. Okay? Some girls do mature rapidly in those 9 months and some do not. Just like boys. As soon as they hear I'm pregnant, oh, they want to go cowering, a lot of them, under the stairs. Yeah, well, here's, X amount of dollars. Go get an abortion. you know? So we really all do have the same types of lessons in life. The only thing that matters is what you choose to do with your lesson. And with my lessons, I choose to look at everything as a blessing, a lesson, something that's going to make me greater tomorrow than it did today. Something. It has to be. And my lesson is not to sit here, oh, well, white people, and, my family were slaves for 400 years, and that's over. Stop talking about that. That is over, and you should be grateful. You should just consider it, you could just consider it, being grateful that you have the backs of wonderful people to walk on as stairs. Okay? And everybody, every nationality at some point in this entire whole lifetime, not just the one you're having, the one Mother Earth has had, every nationality has been slaves, not just black people. Okay, I understand you study black history, black people. Study something else. The Chinese were slaves to the Japanese. They had the War of 1942. They hated each other, and a lot of uh, uh, Japanese and Chinese still hate each other. It's just not the Confederate War that had brother fighting against brother, or it's not the war, black on black crime, that has one brother fighting with the other brother. There's lots of tiny little wars that we never even think about. And you know what? You wouldn't need to think about it if you were coming from a truly spiritual perspective. Now, my disclaimer to that is, if it's your role this lifetime to be a politician, that's different. I'm not talking to you in this, hate, war on war crime thing, okay? I am speaking to those spiritualists who say, oh, what's the word? Enlightened. I'm aware. I'm this, I'm that. And it's only my opinion, it's only my channel, that if you keep telling yourself that, you keep telling the universe, I know, I'm wise, I'm this, I'm that, and then you do stupid actions like, I hate you, white people. Do you really think your spirit's growing? I'm not going to wait for that answer. You think about that. To get something that you yourself are not a part of, the galaxy, universe, whatever, it doesn't work like that. You get what you give. You get what you speak. You get what you think you're supposed to have. For most of us think we're supposed to go to the liquor store, get a lottery ticket, and we're supposed to win. Maybe this lifetime your lesson is to just learn to be still and be quiet and stop thinking you're greater than anybody else, in the respect that person, you're black, you're Chinese, you're Native American, you're East Indian, you're this, nationality, you're that nationality, so I deserve more, I deserve better. No, you deserve what you have right now. Look around you. What do you have? Are you happy with that? I hope at least one or two of you said yes. But those of you that said no, why aren't you happy with what you're looking at right now? Your absolute nearest surroundings. You created that. You can't have no mansion until you appreciate that studio apartment. And yes, some of them do. Maybe it was their lesson. See, everybody has different lessons. And I understand that maybe it's your lesson to talk about white people like they're lower than you. I laugh because we're all the same. We're all the same. We want more, 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 more. Different, 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 different. But we don't appreciate it. See, around 29, really, I really start letting that sink in. And it's so funny because the day that happened, that picture just popped directly in my head, right? Directly. Where else is it going to go? It popped in my head. So I knew I'm only going to have the life that I want to live if I give others the benefit of the doubt. And then when you show me how stupid you are, I'll cut you loose. Anyway, so if I appreciate what I have now, this, 8 by 10 room, then I can get my mansion. Then I can get better, more, greater. Okay? If I don't go around, well, Dana, that bit, she got, all that hustling and whispering shit, life will be better. And you say, well, Tasha, how come I don't have any money? I need money. I need this. I need it. Money is not the end all be all. Okay? A lot of people tell me, I wish I had more money so I could buy your jewelry. It doesn't take money to buy jewelry. It takes you asking the correct question to get me to send you a piece of jewelry. See, we just assume that you're supposed to give me $60 for that pendant. Well, of course, that's what I put that there, even though the true value of the piece is $160. Yet I try to be fair and good to everyone, especially those that have a small monetary budget. And yet I have some people, not everyone, and this will not happen to and with everyone, that you just ask. And I'll say, okay, well, I'll barter with you. If you give me this, I'll give you that. Okay, cool. See, wasn't that hard? All you had to do was ask, and you didn't ask. Why not? You know, a lot of people in my immediate surroundings dislike me for that. And that's okay. I'm not here to be liked by you. You know, so we go someplace and I say, hey, Boo Boo Kitty, this is a cute little plate. It would make a nice background for me taking pictures with my jewelry. Can I have it? Oh, Tasha, my companion says, why don't I ask them for this? Don't ask it. I said, why not? The only way I'm going to know is if I ask. And you see I'm big and I got a big mouth, so my mouth ain't being closed for nobody. And then, of course, the guy just, what he did was he smiled. As a matter of fact, this happened a couple of weeks ago. He smiled and turned around. I put the dish in my purse. He turned back around. Life isn't meant to be difficult. Oh, I wish I had that. Oh, can I have that? Like a lot of us getting older. Oh, I wish I could jump rope again. But we don't trust our feet to catch us. Okay? We don't trust our eyes to know that that's a hole and not just a broken brick that we're about to step on. So then we're going to fall. 56, 57, or older yet, you might not know that when you're on the ground, it's really hard to get up. That's why old people walk slow. They don't want to have to think about getting up. Okay? And yeah, sure, a lot of you are still in great health physically, da-da-da. It doesn't matter, even if you're Jack LaLanne or some, bodybuilder, male or female, you still have aches and pains sometimes. You're no different. You're no different. And we as humans need to stop putting people in categories as being different. Everyone is the same. They make just different choices. Somebody chooses to be vegan, and people are telling me, Tasha, you're diabetic. Just eat raw. You idiot, there's raw people dying too. What's wrong with you? There's raw people dying of diabetes. The hell out of my face. So that's why I say I'm not shooting on you. I'm could C-O-U-L-D, because you could make different choices for yourself. You could just realize that, Mrs. Brown next door needs your help in taking out her trash. You could just go help her take out the damn trash, because at some point you're going to be old and you might not be able to take out your trash. You might not. So help somebody. That's what I'm always saying in a lot of videos now. I have always helped the elderly because I knew I was going to be old. My granny always told me, you could be in this position. You could be in this position. All my life, you could be in this position. And it's not, or your left testicle has a throbbing sensation and you need to know what that is. Well, you need to go talk to Grandpa first, and then you need to go to the doctor. And then you realize, oh, that's why Grandpa don't have no nuts. He had both of them cut off because of blah, 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 blah. I don't know. When I have an ache or pain, that's why I always have female doctors, no offense. But I feel more comfortable going to a female doctor. So when I say my left nipple feels like there's a needle sticking in it. Now, a man might know what that feels like, but I trust that a woman's going to know better because she has breasts. Okay? If she had them put on, she still has the skin that surrounds whatever. You know? So, and that's probably very prejudiced of me. I'll get over it. I'll have Spirit help me through it, you know? So, we all could stop putting each other down and stop assuming that we're all going to turn out to be, you know, looking like some bodybuilder or famous actor or model or dancer or whatever when we're old like them. You know, the black lady that's like 87 years old who's a bodybuilder is, you know, gets passed around a lot on Facebook. That's her experience. That's not your experience. However, I believe I saw that picture because there's something that needs to be sparked in my mind that my body might need to do, like get up and drink some lemon water. There you go. There you go. I'm not going to be a bodybuilder, and that's not in the cards for me. It might be in the cards for you. You have to ask yourself that. You can't just follow the crowd and say, "Oh, well, everybody else is becoming vegan. I probably need to as well." No, we need to be in balance. You know, I don't eat steak and I don't eat a lot of meats. I eat chicken. Chicken, 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 chicken. I'm just a chicken kind of gal, you know? And yet, now that I'm older, I know I need to eat more kale. And what was the other one that has a lot of billions and billions of nutrients in it? Beets. Kale and beets. Kale and beets. And I hate both of those. So you know what I do? I put it in the juicer with other stuff like peaches and ice cream. But I eat it because I know it's good for me. You know? I'm not going to be wishing and hoping that I'm going to wake up one day and, you know, look like Tina Turner. No, I chose to look like Tasha this lifetime, not Tina Turner. She chose to look like Tina Turner this lifetime, not me. I am loving all of me. And see, that's my next issue to discuss, topic, excuse me. We all think that we're going to wake up one day and be something else. Why would you do that? Unless it's a decision to change your life for the better, why would you think that you're going to wake up today and look like Cher or Angela Bassett or you look like you because you're you. You chose that. And the longer it takes you to be happy with that, the longer it's going to take you to be happy. And I am so happy that my parents decided to teach me. And I'm happy that I chose my mother. I'm happy I chose my father. Even though we didn't all see, that's the reason why kids hate their parents. 5 years old. That's just not a wise choice. So, you know, they have their perspective and you have your perspective. And you get pissed at parents because they don't have your perspective. Well, they're not you. Why would they have your perspective? And yet you're wasting 50 years. Oh, I hate my mom because she did da-da-da. Around. Well, he was there on Sunday morning, so I guess they had, you know, whoopee Saturday night, you know, and he was still there every Sunday morning for coffee. Well, as you get older and you ask your parents, why did you do that? Because we were best friends ever since we were 10 years old. So the fact that I married and divorced him doesn't hold a lot of weight. We're still friends. Oh, okay. So does that mean that's the only reason why he's here on Sunday morning? Yep. I like what he got and he likes what I got. Oh, see, instead of just sitting here hating my dad, oh, he's so stupid, he's so this, and he's still having sex with my mom. I hate him. You know how much energy it takes to hate something? You know? And yes, let me go back to, you know, the black on black crime, the black on white crime, you know, any nationality against another nationality, because it's not just a black thing. I say that because I am black. Okay, let's start there. But I'm also Irish. I'm also a lot of things, you know? I don't choose to like you because you're light-skinned, because you're red bone, because you're this, because you're that. And yet, the number one fight amongst black people is still light skin versus dark skin. And then, in my lifetime, the dark skin hated the light skin and hated, you know, whites and any other people lighter than the lightest black person they know, and we're just wasting this energy, and it is a waste of energy, just hating people because either I dislike something they did in the past or they treated me poorly this lifetime. And when are you going to shut up and stop and learn, especially you spiritualists? Again, that's the only people I'm talking to. Because if you're blah, 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 you might not get the fact that we are spirit having a human experience. That's all. Ups and downs, the left, boob hurts, the right nut hurts. We're just having a human experience. It's really not worthy of being upset over. It really isn't, dear one. It isn't, you know? So I accept the fact that you hate white people because of, 400 years of slave and da 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 da. But there's other nationalities that were slaves too. All of us were slaves too. Do you know how many how many white people are slaves to white people? Even today? Again, that's like saying, "Oh, Tasha, what are you talking about? Somebody called you a nigger? Really? There's still prejudiced people in the world? Oh my God." Duh. Yeah. Just because it doesn't happen to you doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And again, my sidebar to that is if you're a politician and you need to discuss those things, that's one thing. I'm speaking to the spiritualists. Whatever religion you believe in that consists of spirit-based or nature-based stuff, that's the people I'm talking to, okay? I mean, what? How's that saying go? Okay, I can't think of that saying. I'll think when I, yeah, anyway. I'm not about to sit here and say, well, you have this big house and I'm mad at you because you're not letting me move in or in a room. Which is what I feel we're doing to each other when we say, I don't like that about you. I don't like this about you. you know? You don't have to like me because I'm fat. I love me because I'm fat. And your opinion doesn't matter. You know? However, okay, going back to the male-female relationship thing. Now, if my king or queen said, Tasha, perhaps, you would look better in this dress because blah, 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 then cool. Go right ahead, hang that deer right on the wall. We'll have a country lifestyle, living, whatever. And yet we still expect the other to change. We senior citizens expect you young ones to eventually dummy up and, help us walk to the bus stop. Or remind us, even though we don't want you to, today's kind of hot. Let me hold the umbrella for you while you wait for the bus. And senior citizens, shut up and let them. Just like, one of my other favorite things to talk about to young ones. Women that are single, and we have been single for a while, don't hate on a man because he wants to put the damn gas in your car. Let him take out the trash and put the damn gas in your car. Stop being selfish and stupid. You said when I get a man, he gonna put the gas in the car. Well, let him. And yet it's so challenging since we've been single for X amount of years to let the man do that thing he feels he should do. Okay? All men don't walk on the outside towards the curb. All men don't open your doors. All men don't empty the trash and, try to help your granny out of the wheelchair and put her in the car. Just because some men are stronger than women physically and could pick up a 90-pound grandma, but you're 5'2" and you only weigh 90 pounds yourself, you might not be able to pick up grandma. That's why I say it like that, okay? So, again, whatever you put out is what you're going to get. So if you don't put out good stuff, I'm not talking about just today. I'm talking about your whole life. You say, okay, I'm going to start being vegan today. Okay, so just decide to be a good person all the time today. I'm going to do the right thing whether I like it or not. And that's challenging because of course, I still have challenges with not, with knowing that I shouldn't just call you stupid to your face. That makes people upset. So instead of calling you stupid to your face, I just choose not to talk to you. especially on the phone. I don't know what it is. All my life I have been a receptionist or in the clerical field where I've got the little thing in my ear, and back in the day the cord was long attached to the thing, to the headset, and the headset was attached to the phone, right? And now you just have the little earbud that you pop in your ear and you can answer the phone that way, by using certain words or whatever. Did you know there's a thing for your phone, cell phones, that you could do that? Yeah, when I go get my nails done, she has the thing in her ear. After the phone, I think, rings 3 times, she just says hello. But she's not holding a phone. It's not a thing that you hook onto your ear. It's just a little thing like a hearing aid that you put in your ear. It is so cute. Anyway, it would really be nice to listen to Mother Nature and all the crap that's going on now and make us snap into common sense and truly listen to each other so that you can know what it is that I want, need, or desire. And then if you choose, do it. You see a lot of people say, oh, but I love you. And then, especially women, no, you don't. Prove it. Well, I did yesterday, and I bought you a diamond. Yeah, you bought me the diamond, but you didn't buy me those Picasso shoes that I wanted. And here I'm saying, just answer my question. I don't need it. I don't need a $500 pair of shoes. Just answer my question. Anyway, it's all good. I'm not here to change anyone. And that is a fantasy in itself. Just like a lot of young people think, oh, I'm going to be like this forever and ever. I'm always going to be 22. I'm always going to be 25. I'm always going to be 30. Not. You're going to look like me one day. There's going to be a spot on your left cheek. There's going to be a new spot on, your big toe. And there's going to be a mole over there. There's going to be a pimple over there. It's just change. And you can buy all the damn cosmetics and fix this and fix that you want. We're still progressing. It's not a put down to, get old and have wrinkles and, get flabby. Yeah, my stomach is 2 inches bigger right now than it was 2 years ago. Well, I knew that was going to happen if I didn't keep walking around the block. And yet, lessons in life, as well as physical lessons in life, taught me everything isn't supposed to go how I physically think it should. My body said, if you're not going to practice walking every day, then we won't walk. So now I'm retraining my body, and I know that I can do what I need to do, even though it's challenging for me. Jumping rope is challenging for me. If for no other reason, I don't like wearing a bra most of the time. And I know you big girls, a lot of you big girls don't mind your titties bouncing up and down. My body does not like it. It feels as if you're... I know. You got to put the bra back on, Tasha, and then we can try to jump 2 inches off the ground. So when you see other people not like you, remember, they're not you. That's why they're not like you. Mom or dad or. Just accept yourself, stay in your own lane, mind your own damn business. Which is a lot of the reason why they think is the spiritual cause for diabetes. Yeah, I was minding everybody else's business and mine and the dogs and the cats and telling you how to run your life, and not in a good way. So Mama's thing was this: if you ask me my opinion, I'll give it. If you do not, I'm not giving it. Because asking for someone's opinion, no, not waiting to be asked for an opinion, is taking on the other person's spiritual lessons. Yeah, we'll play the crickets in the background so we can absorb that idea. If someone doesn't ask you for your opinion, shut up. Just try it. Just try it for 22 days. It only takes 21 days to create a new habit. Just try it for 22 days. Well, Boo Boo Kitty, you need to just leave him because, I saw him feeling on Cassandra the other day. And, and man, dude, she don't put out no more, leave her ass. You can always have a side chick and da-da-da-da. Why Why do we do that to what a big waste of energy that is. When you could be, hey man, how you doing? Yeah, okay, brother, what's it be like? What's it gonna be like? Okay, well oh, I'm sorry to hear that, and just listen. Just listen, but we don't want to listen. We always want to be the chief, as it were. No offense to anyone, and not ever one of the little Indians. We always want to be the king, not the servant. But look at the servants. Look at slavery of any nationality. What a more what a more glorious lesson to learn than to be and have great honor and humility in yourself. In yourself. You're sitting down here knocking somebody else for what he or she or they do in life, and you're really just hating on yourself. And I'm happy to say I have a lot of people hating on me. That's okay. God and me made me big for a reason. And if it's for nothing else, it's to know your opinion don't mean shit. Yep. For real, for real. Now, my mama, if I had a man, that's, one of them categories of love where you expect to treat someone differently. When your man says, honey, that's probably not a nice thing to do to talk about Carol's, run over shoes. Why don't you go give her a pair of, one of your Donna Karen shoes? I don't want to give her my Donna Karen. She won't probably want to appreciate it. We humans are so funny. And we always think more is more. More is not more. More is just different. Like Oprah said, the difference between being rich and not rich, because they're not really poor, is you eat better. And she's right. I made $30 an hour. I ate really good. Now I don't. I still eat really good because my opinion changed on how I eat. Just like you could have a better life if you chose better people. Right now, I've got some really cool people in my life, and I'm so thankful to them. I'm queen. I got to tell you, sometimes there's just nothing better in life than waking up to good morning, goddess. Good morning, Tasha. Did you rest well? Those stupid little video things, don't do that. Because, if you don't have the grace and decency to respect me as your elder, I will not speak to you. I will block you. Because I think it's rude to start a conversation out with the end. Okay, goodbye. That's the end. Good morning. Great rising. Hi. Then we can have a conversation about whatever you want to talk about. And I know a lot of you get mad at me like, huh? What do you mean? I'm fine. How are you? Yeah, you didn't ask. You didn't greet me. And I don't care what anybody says. If you don't love your mother and grandmother, then you're not going to like me saying, I demand a greeting. And I don't think that's too much to ask for from a person who's starting a conversation. You started a conversation with me. Think about it. Just think about it. Because I'm just venting right now. But, in whatever form of communication we're talking, if you don't, I just don't talk to you. Okay? Now, if I tell you that once, you pop in some stupid video about, I don't know, something I don't even know anything about, which is good. I'll eventually watch it. Maybe. And I get no hello. So my beginning of your conversation is always, hello. I'm fine, thank you for asking. Yes, the weather is nice here. And you're all, huh? What? Yeah, think about it. You're being rude. You're being rude. Because I don't know a lot of older people that do that to other older people. At least they don't do it to me. But the younger people, a lot of younger people want to do that. So just know you being educated by Big Mama here, okay? Oh, and for those of you who keep asking me, Big Mama is a respectful term, an honorable term. It's not because I'm a large black woman that you call me Big Mama. Okay, we call in a lot of African American cultures and a lot of Latin cultures, I assume the Asian cultures as well. Well, the Chinese and Japanese anyway. Since I moved to San Jose in '83, I noticed that with them. Excuse me. That we put our grandmother and great grandmother on a pedestal. You know, you say, well, Charles, what do you think of da 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 da? Hold on, let me go ask grandma. Yeah, not even mom, grandma. You know, let me go ask great grandma. Okay, great grandma says that's probably not a good idea, so I'm not even going to go down that road. You know, anyway, so let's all realize that you're not the end all be all of everybody else's happiness. I never expect to be the end all be all of my man or my woman's happiness because at the beginning of our relationship, once we're in one, and we both agree that we're in one, girls, stop doing that to boys. Oh, we're boyfriend girlfriend now. You kiss me. No. That means he kissed you because he eventually wants to have sex. And if he's nice to you, he thinks he's going to get it. Stop being stupid, little girls, okay? And little boys, no, you're not going to get laid just because you give her a lot of compliments every single day. Back up those compliments with action. There you go. Or how my brother would say, love is a deed, and then it becomes an emotion. Think about that. I'll play the cricket's background sound. Love is a deed that turns into an emotion. And I say that way because little boys, little girls grow up stupid or wise, grow up to be big girls, big little girls, and big little boys, stupid or wise. So you stupid people think, oh, you know, a lot of girls, oh, well, if I give him some pussy, then he gonna give me some money, and blah, blah, blah. No, not true. Well, if I give her some money, she gonna, no, not true, unless she's a prostitute. And at some degree, we all are, at some degree. That's a topic for another day, but an interesting topic. So let me just give you a little bit. I did some things that the average mother would not be boastful about her daughter. And I don't give a shit about your opinion. My mama was down with it because my mama needed medicine and it was expensive. So I did whatever I needed to do to get my mama her medicine. It was only for like 9 months, and then, you know, she was done with whatever that procedure was, right? And then here come my sister. Oh, you gave blowjobs for money? Oh my God, you're a hoe. You're this, you're that. I said, yeah, but look at you. You married 3 men. And as soon as their money dried up, you left. That makes you a hoe too. Silent moment here. Think about that. And it goes both ways. Men are hoes, women are hoes. If that's what you act like, that's what you are. Okay? So you know me and my sister had a lovely conversation about that. I said I did what I needed to do by any means necessary to give my mama her medicine. Why didn't you just whip out one of those black cards or red cards of yours and just get our mama her medicine? Somebody had to take care of our mama, and I'm happy that I could. I'm happy that I did. That portion of my life is over. But I did it for a greater cause, obviously greater than you can ever accept. So I'm done, and I haven't spoke to her pretty much since, and that's okay. I'm not being bitter about it. I'm just letting you know. Just because we both came out the same womb does not make her my sister. My sister is Sophia Ya. My sister is Gypsy Woman. My sister is, oh, I can't think of her, what's a jigger name? her Facebook name, you know. My sisters and brothers are not the people that came from my mother's womb. Well, my sister is Chris in Southern California, and because she is there to support me. She supports me whether she likes what I did or am doing or not. You know, that is my sister and brother. When I asked, you know, such and such for $5 so I could take Uber to go cash my check, and they still didn't say anything, and that was 3 months ago, that is not my brother. That is not my friend. See, again, boys and girls, it goes back to the ability to answer, to reply. When somebody asks you a question, you answer the question. whatever reason it is, if you like it or not. It's a humane thing to do. It's a spiritual thing to do. Okay? So I asked, like, I don't know, just to cover my own grounds, because I really wanted to go cash my check. No, 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 no. Hold the phone, hold the phone. Okay, I think it was cash my check. It was either go to the doctor or cash my check. One or the other. But I'm asking like 5 men, can I borrow $5 to take Uber to go cash my check or get my medicine, whatever, and I'll pay you when I get back. Yeah, it's really interesting to know how many of them still to this day have never said, boo, fuck you, Tasha. I don't have it. No. Imagine that. You know? And for those of you who think just because somebody does something for you, you should do it back, or vice versa, or just because we're friends, you should do thus and so. Yeah. So when they want a reading, yeah, the Aries in me says, "Oh, now you want something from me, huh? What do you mean? Scroll up. Don't ask me what I mean. Scroll up. You have a right index finger like I do. Scroll up and see what I'm trying to teach you not to do to others. See, because I'm still going to love you. I'm still going to talk to you, some of them. But I think it's rude not to answer me. That's my thing. Fuck the $5. You didn't answer me. Yeah, you know. So girls, just know. Sometimes boys are only going to answer when they want something from you. and girls know you're going to get asked a lot of things just because boys want something from you. But when you get older, you see it. And it doesn't matter how old I get, I still want an answer. You know, even if it's, I don't know. I'll get back to you later. Fuck you. I don't know. Whatever. Something. Say something. Because when we don't feel heard, then for a lot of other people that I talk to, that brings up other, trust issues, blah, 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 blah. Well, trust is earned, not given. So that could have been automatically removed from the equation when you first became friends, when you first decided you were going to be in a relationship. Not gonna, wanna, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Are in. Okay, let's, take out all the cards, shuffle them, put them all face up. We're gonna do this, this, and this. So even as you get older, you realize you're gonna have this ache, this pain, this, one day, guys, your dick might not wake up with you. One day, ladies, you might get up and your ovaries feel like they weigh 10 pounds. We all could be more empathetic to each other. And now that I've talked for a whole hour, I think I'm finally going to go get breakfast. Come have breakfast with me. It is such a beautiful day. I'm going to go eat outside and talk to the birds and the bees and all them damn cats and stuff. And I'm just going to wish you a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. And remember, it doesn't hurt to be kind. Whether you like it or not, be kind. Just be kind. And sometimes being kind means just don't say anything. You nod a nod of the head for, hello, and that's it. Just leave it at that. And they'll say, well, at least, he or she gave some notice that I was here. So be kind to yourself first, and then be kind to others. And tomorrow brings another lesson in life. Respect your elders. I love you. Have an awesome, awesome day. I was hoping you guys would be able to see the, usually right, where am I? Usually right about there is where the orange butterfly comes in. It's a really huge butterfly. Anyway, go love yourself. Be kind to your fellow man and woman. And go do something special for your mate, your children, the other people important in your life. Okay? I'll see you online. Have a great day. Love you. Bye. Now it doesn't want to go off. Maybe I just need to be patient.